Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Don Joe part number 111 EBF in a 630 finish. This is a latch protector, LP latch protector, 111, and then it includes an EBF package in a stainless steel. Let's go over that all. So that's what the LP-111 looks like. All this is obviously just the peel-away protective film covering the stainless steel. This is solid stainless steel. Weighs 1.22 pounds, almost a pound and a quarter. At least it does with its package of bolts. So the LP-111, that's going to be its dimensional properties, and it will also infer what its application is. This is a latch protector, obviously for an outswinging door. Okay, completely covers the strike and does so as a result of this depressed area here that permits the lip of the strike to enter and to occupy the space when the door is closed. This is going to be 11 inch tall. It's just shy an 11 inch, about 10 7/8. 3 inch wide, they're saying. That'd be good. This is 12 gauge. They say that it's 0.104 thick. Let's take a look at that. .11 thick. 0.11. This has an offset in it. This is the area that will mount to the door, the lower area. The offset, okay, here's the door area. The offset is because when the door closes, the frame is actually, at least in typical hollow metal installations, the door is actually recessed into the frame. It's inset into the frame. It has typically a 3/32 of an inch inset. And if the latch protector was flat, the door would actually never close because of that inset. This is going to have an inset of about 0.195 inch, about 3/16 of an inch is going to be that gap. So that will be adequate for your standard installations, about 3/16. And it's technically about double the size of the gap. It's just, having a small amount of margin there is really nice to have between the face of the door with its latch protector when it's installed and the face of the frame. If it was exactly the size of the inset, it wouldn't close either. You'd have to have a little bit of allowance there, and that's what that offset dimension actually is. Which is that giddy-up, that kick, that Z formation, how it's not flat here. Okay. This is going to have a preparation in it for a rose. That would be good for a typical grade 1, grade 2 lever lock set. The radius of that is 1 13/16. 1 13/16. So if our 1.8125, our diameter is going to be 3 5/8. So if you're dealing with a rose diameter on your lock of 3 9/16, 3 1/2, something in that range, this is going to work quite compatibly with that. Okay. The dimension from where the edge of the door to where that offset would really be is about 1 3/8 or 1 7/16. So you now know how far over you're going to have to, or where you'll place it on the face of the door in relationship to where the rose preparation is here. We'll go back and hold that a little bit so we can study it. So it looks like it's realistically going to be about 1 1/4, something in that range, 1 3/16. From where that offset's going to reside. Here, I'm just drawing an imaginary line down. So right in that area. Okay. There is a link below this video to a document called Technical Drawing. It's actually called Template, which will give you all of the dimensional properties beyond what I've already provided. It gives you the location of the 4 screw holes, which we'll go over in a moment. Infers that it's made of stainless steel. There's also a link to the product catalog, which is handy because if you were to search that and then... So searching the catalog for LP111, that's very handy because what it will allow you to do is to look at the overview, the summary of where that unit is used, and currently it's on page... it is on page... There we go, page 3G of the product catalog that I'm looking at. So the LP111 is there, and it will give you a list of all of its sister products as well. You can do a 111, which is stainless. If you change that to a 211, it'll be made of steel and then powder coated. On that page, it will allow you to review the fact that its application. It's an outswinging latch protector, and in fact, the LP111 is among their absolute most common typical latch protectors. So if you're looking for a common typical latch protector, this is absolutely going to be it. Now, the only thing that makes this different than that is the EBF. The EBF bolt package. So EBF, all that means is that you're going to have these special fasteners to prevent interference with the frame, and is available on certain latch protectors as an option. I don't know what EBF stands for. I probably have known, but I've forgotten. The bottom line is, in your mind's eye, imagining bolting this through the door. This is probably going to be brought up fairly close to the edge of the door. Okay? Not probably, it will be brought up very close to the edge of the door. What I'm trying to say is, if the frame is about the end of my tape measure, and you can look at the inner preparation for the carriage bolt, the inner one, you can see that you're going to be really close to where your stop is going to fall into place. The projection of the stop is 5/8 of an inch. Okay? As this bolt runs through the unit, imagine the typical acorn nut and washer that would be on the inside. It's very possible that when you install this bolt, the outer one's not going to be a problem. But when you install this bolt, the bottom one, the head of that bolt might hit the face of the stop when the door goes to close. So they make these EBF fasteners to alleviate that sort of problem, or at least to marginally address that sort of problem. Quite frankly, if you're doing hollow metal work, I would order EBF fasteners or models that include them. The thickness of the head is 0.121, and that will be adequate to sneak between the face of the door and the face of the stop when the door's in the closed position. 0.121 is the thickness of the head. This thread type is... It's 3/8. I'm quite sure that it's 3/8, but let me test that right now and tell you. I've confirmed that this bolt is 5/16 of an inch, and in fact, it is... I don't see it specifically listed in the product catalog, but the fact of the matter is the LP-111 is a 5/16 bolt. That standard 5/16 carriage bolt with acorn nuts and washers. They don't list that the EBF is still 5/16, but it certainly would be, because they won't change the preparation for the square underside feature of a carriage bolt. Okay, so these are 5/16 bolts. These are meant to go through an 1 3/4 inch thick door. Okay, if you are doing an unusual thickness of door, you might need to do something on the length of this bolt. It is certainly stainless. The length of this carriage bolt is about 1 7/16 inches for an 1 3/4 inch thick door. So, you know, adjust accordingly. If for some reason you had to cut it down, run a 5/16 bolt down this, cut it, then remove the nut, and that'll help clear the thread out to preserve the integrity of the thread. on the bolt. So the catalog is helpful because it will allow you to review all latch protectors from them, and it may not be the LP111 is the most ideal, but it likely is if you're doing a standard type of installation. Okay. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Danjo products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. The name Danjo, if you're familiar with them, it's probably because of their latch protectors, but also because of their U-shaped wraparound door reinforcers. But when you look at the manufacturer's page, you'll see that they're a comprehensive provider of all things trim and auxiliary hardware related. Whether it be trim and auxiliary hardware, push plates, pull plates, flat goods, door stops. They are going to get into a variety of hinges, of ladder pulls, of some pivot hardware. They're going to be able to help you with accessory hardware like signage. They'll have filler plates that are used in a hollow metal shop if you want to blank out the hinges or strikes in doors and frames and things of that nature. I'm partial to Danjo, and it's because they have a relatively petite footprint within the marketplace, and they're able to focus on that. And they're able to do so in such a way that you get personalized service. And in the rare occasion that they make an error, they make it good right away. And that's very appreciated, especially in the construction industry. If you have any questions on the Danjo LP-111 with the EBF fasteners and a 630 finish, or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.